Hello everyone, I'm ExtraCheesy87 and this is Let's Play Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Part 16. In the previous video we started day 3 of the trials and we didn't prove, but we came up with a very plausible theory of how Edgy Boy could not have committed the murder, and it was instead the boat shop rental guy. And it's time for us to tell the judge what exactly happened on Christmas Eve. Nick, are you sure about this? Not really. But I think if I start at the very beginning, and I take it slow, I might just be able to figure this out. That night, the caretaker of the boat shop called Robert Hammond to his shop. He's very surprised. This was around 11:50. That was when the gunshot that Larry heard was fired. After that, the caretaker put on Robert Hammond's coat, and he became Robert Hammond. What about the blood? Shut up! Then he got in the boat with Edgeworth and went out into the middle of the lake. Then who fired the pistol on the boat, Mr. Wright? The boat shop caretaker. Of course, it was the murderer who shot the pistol. He shot twice. Both missed Edgeworth on purpose. Wait a minute. Yes? Why would he shoot twice if he didn't mean to hit anyone? Details. Know this, Mr. Wright. The moment you run out of explanations is the moment you lose. Tell us why the murderer had to fight, to create a witness? Yeah, fire one shot for people to hear, fire a second shot when they're looking. I believe he shot twice to create a witness, Your Honor. Create a witness? The murderer lifts his pistol and fires one shot. That ensures that anyone who heard the shot would look at the lake. Indeed, Miss Hart did exactly that after hearing the first shot. And why didn't Edgy Boy just tell us about this? The murderer waits a bit, and I guess he didn't want us to know while he was trying to meet Robert Hammond. The murderer waits a bit and he fires again. Then the murderer jumps from the boat himself, leaving the pistol in the boat behind him. I guess because maybe he, felt guilty that he was trying to get revenge, so he didn't want to I don't really know why he wouldn't have just told us this. I see. To someone looking from the edge of the lake, it would appear that one of the men in the boat had shot the other. Murderer didn't know about the automatic camera, of course. That's why he shot twice, to draw attention to the boat. Once you realize that, everything else falls into place. The boat shop caretaker swam back to his shop, and then he put Mr. Hammond's wet coat back on the body, and threw the body into the lake. That is what happened, Your Honor. These are the events that transpired that night on Gourd Lake. Bailiff, bring out the witness from before. The boat shop caretaker, quickly. That dude's gone, man. Very well. While we're waiting for the caretaker, I would like to ask the defendant, Miles Edgeworth, a few questions. Mr. Edgeworth, please take the stand. Mr. Edgeworth, you heard what the defense has said. Yes. Well, why did you go to the lake that night? What Wright has said was mostly correct. Astonishingly so, actually. Yes. Several days ago, I received a letter. The letter was signed Robert Hammond. He asked me to come to the boat shop by the lake at midnight on Christmas Eve. He said he had something very important to discuss with me. Something important? I'm sorry, I can't say what it was. Sir? Your Honor, sir. Bailiff, we are conducting a trial here. I asked that you remain quiet. The witness has disappeared. He isn't at the boat shop either. Gosh, I'm so surprised that the murderer would run away. What? What should I do? Find him quickly. We can't allow him to get away. Mr. Von Karma, your witness has disappeared. A search warrant has already been issued. It goes without saying that I cannot declare a verdict under these circumstances. I will extend the trial until tomorrow, the final day allowed. I request that the police department utilize all its forces to find that witness. Am I understood? One more thing. Just who was that boat shop caretaker? I think his identity has become very important to this trial. I want him, and I want to know who he is. Very well. Court is adjourned. I have microwave pizza steed in my back office. Yay, Nick, you did it! Yeah. Well, that was a perfect trial, too. I don't think we messed up at all. Granted, we got a little... maybe not luck. I mean, for the most part, those prompts were pretty easy. The only one that tripped me up was the murderer one. But even then, it was like, well, you know Hammond and the other two can't... that's just how it shows you how multiple choice is pretty easy. Just because, I mean, like, you know Hammond can't be involved. So even though I had no clue how the murderer could be on the boat, I was able to figure that out. Well, at least we got out from under that guilty verdict. And what about Larry? That was something else. Even Von Karma didn't know what to do with his testimony. Larry really helped us out. Sure, once I sifted through his unique testimony. Still, he did save us. I just wish our case weren't so down to the wire all the time. I know what you mean. Sometimes I feel like it's us on trial instead of our clients. Hey Edgeworth, what the fuck, dude? Why didn't you tell us any of that? Mr. Edgeworth? Did you say something? Don't look so pained. I mean, it looks like you're probably gonna get off the hook. You could try and smile just a little. Relax. I'm sorry, but I fear it's not over for me yet. What do you mean, Miley boy? Right. There's something that's been troubling me for a long time now, and I don't know whether or not to tell you. Edgeworth? No, there's so little time left. I want to tell you, get it off my chest, but... I can't make up my mind. What is this about, Edgeworth? It's a nightmare I've had. A memory of a crime that I committed. A crime you committed? A memory of a murder. Interesting. Interesting. So you actually gonna tell us about it, or are you just gonna be like real vague about it? What was Mr. Edgeworth talking about? Memory of a crime that I committed. A memory of a murder. Remember that when that happened 30 seconds ago? Good times, man. Do you really think Mr. Edgeworth killed... I don't believe it. Not Edgeworth. Some painful memory's been troubling him recently. But he'd never take someone's life. Never! Nick... Yo, how's everybody doing? What do you think of my performance today? I had him swooning in the aisles, huh, Maya? Swooning? Me? Oh, yeah, I do remember feeling faint. It was more because of the stress. Right on! Tell me the truth. Was it like love at first sight, right? Right, Nick? Huh? Me? Well, maybe my heart skipped a beat or two. I think you can do better than that. Come on, man. I saved Edgeworth in there, dude. Edgy. You guys should be bowing before me. Yeah, bow before your hero. Larry, you really helped out at the trial today. You did. If you weren't there, Larry, I'm sure Mr. Edgeworth would have been found guilty. No, I wouldn't, because we're the greatest lawyer the world's ever seen. But seriously, Nick, that boat shop caretaker guy's pretty suspicious. But Edgy ain't off the hook yet. Way to spoil the mood, Larry. Hey, I'm just a guy sitting in the audience, you know? But from where I was sitting, Edgy seemed pretty, edgy. That's a joke there for you, in case you didn't get it. I mean, can you really know he's telling the truth about that night? Nick? I don't know. But what I know is, I'm going to believe in you two until the end. Us two? Edgeworth and who else? You mean me, right? Nah, he means me, right, Nick? Actually, we were talking to the plants. Yeah, you, Larry. Me? But why you, Larry? Huh? Actually, yeah, why me, Nick? Enough of the silent treatment. Dude, it's such a banger. Nick, why do you trust Mr. Edgeworth so much? I mean, he's changed recently, true. But when we first met him, he was kind of a jerk, don't you think? Remember that time he tried to get me executed? Dude, real rude. You didn't know him back then. Back when he wanted to become a defense attorney. Wait, is that when you two were classmates? Yeah, in grade school. Ooh, this is new. They saved me, Miles. And Larry. They saved me and I'll never forget it. That's why I became a defense attorney, you know? What? Hey, Larry, what's he talking about? Huh? Shit, dude, I don't know. Sorry, I kinda forgot. Okay, Nick, out with it. I'm gonna hear the story today and that's final. Okay. It's kind of a long story, so hang in there. It was the very end of 3rd grade. I was on trial. A class trial. A class trial? We'd been locked in a room by a murderous bear, and... You remember Larry? Spring, end of 3rd grade? A kid in our class got his lunch money stolen? Lunch money? Our school was really small. Every month, kids would bring an envelope with money for lunch from home. I see. Anyway, this kid's envelope disappeared, with $38 still inside. A fortune. And just to buy a mansion and live in retirement for a life of luxury. Oh yeah, now that you mention it, I do remember that. I can see why you'd forget, though. You were out of school that day. Anyway, the envelope had been stolen during PE class. I was coming down with a cold, so I skipped PE that day. I was the only one not in class. So, they thought you did it? Yeah, the kids in class said I should be put on trial. Trial? The next day we had a classroom trial with me as the defendant. This seems pretty, like, unlikely. I didn't do it! Guilty! He did it! Guilty! It was you! Thief! Give the money back! You're such a meanie, just admit you did it! You can't hide the truth! Tell us the truth! We're not gonna play with you anymore! Yeah, and don't borrow my eraser! You shouldn't be allowed in the relay race or on the library committee! Give me back my 50 cents alone you! Hey, did you rob that bank the other day? Okay, come on now, you're just getting ridiculous. Why would you want to take my 50 cents back? Now, Phoenix, you know you shouldn't steal people's money. It's not right. In the end, even the teacher thought I'd done it. Go over and apologize, Phoenix. That is like a fish thing dressed as a cop. I didn't know what was happening. I was so sad I couldn't stop crying. Everyone was staring at me like I'd done it. I tried to apologize. I went to where the boy whose money had been stolen was sitting. That's when it happened. You shouldn't have to apologize. The only thing that belongs in this trial is evidence. Anything else has no place. You should all be ashamed. Amateurs. Miles? Oh, he's hitting him, dude. He would wear a bow tie in 3rd grade, wouldn't he? It wasn't you who stole my money, was it? No? Then you shouldn't apologize. Everyone's been shouting you did it, but no one has any proof. This is why, Your Honor, that boy is innocent. But, Miles, it was your money that was stolen. Yeah, he did it. He's the one. We don't need proof. Make him say he's sorry. Why don't you all just shut up? Oh. This is always how everybody's ganging up and picking up on one person. Just think how he feels. He said he didn't do it, so he didn't do it. Are you not wearing any pants at all, dude? Those shorts are way too short. Very well. I will replace the money myself. This class trial is over. That's how it happened. After that, the three of us were the best of friends. Wow, I had no idea. Yeah, I had no idea either. I mean, I forgot. That's when I learned what it meant to be alone. Totally alone without a friend in the world. Did a good thing, Larry. Yeah, well, I was just lucky that I took the day off from school. If I'd been there, they would have thought I'd done it. So I took it kind of personally, see? When something smells, it's usually the butts. Anyway, Edgeworth and I talked after that class trial. That's when I heard his father was a defense attorney. I remember his eyes would shine when he talked about his father. I'm gonna become a defense attorney just like my father. A famous defense attorney. Some might even say an ace attorney. And a few months later, he suddenly transferred to another school. The DL6 incident. Right. I'm not sure, but the transfer probably had to do with his father's death. That's so sad. It was several years later when I heard Edgeworth's name again. There was an article about him in the newspaper. The headline was something like, "Dark Suspicions of a Demon Attorney." Really? Fabricating evidence, manipulating testimonies, covering up facts. The article said he'd do anything to get a guilty verdict. Anything! But why? What happened? I mean, that's not the Edgy I used to know at all. That's what I thought too. I tried to get in touch with him, I don't know how many times. He never replied. He left me on red, as the kids say. I guess he didn't want to see his old friends. I couldn't just drop in though. I wanted to meet him to learn why he'd become who he became. That's when I decided. Wait, you don't mean... That's why you became a defense attorney? To meet Edgeworth? If I was a defense attorney, I knew I'd have to meet him whether he wanted to or not. Yo, that's a long con right there. Yeah, I'll take on a couple $100,000 in student loans just so that I can talk to this kid from 4th grade. Hell yeah, buddy. In court. Edgeworth believed in me and I believed in him. He's in pain and no one's on his side. I'm the only one who knows the real Edgeworth. I'm the only one who can help him. Whoa, Nick. So, is that why you helped me out for free? Yeah, that's why. I helped you because I believed in you. Except I don't remember saying I'd do it for free. Oh, Nick! We have to save Mr. Edgeworth. It's the last thing we do, okay? Right, it very well may be. First, there's that rental boat shop caretaker. We need to find out who or what he is. I'd settle for who. Guess I can clean out some of this evidence I no longer need. Okay, let's go. Ever seen an attorney's badge? Woohoo! I was hot out there, hot! I'm glad something's happy about how this case is going. He seemed too happy to care about anything I should show him. He's a happy people. I was hot out there, hot! Okay. Well, you said clear out the evidence. We still have the same amount of evidence? Well, no, I think we've dropped 1 or 2 things, maybe. Yeah, because the parrot was on the second page. I guess we got rid of a lot of stuff. Where are we going? How's Grossberg doing? He's out again. When does he work anyway? Now, don't be harsh. Guess we'll have to come back later. Mia's favorite plant. Its name is Charlie. Maya's gotten the knack of watering it lately. Charlie's been perking up these days. So, where are we going again? Oh yeah, we want to go to the boat shop. But let's talk to Edgy Boy first. You look as grim as always. Mr. Edgeworth, I heard the story about the class trial. Class trial? What do you mean? You don't remember? No, I don't. The lunch money was stolen, wasn't it, in 3rd grade? Lunch money? Oh, right, yes, I seem to remember something like that. Nick, I think you're the only one who really remembers or gave a shit. Well, it probably only really mattered to me anyway. Mr. Edgeworth, didn't you know? That trial was the reason Nick became a defense attorney. Ridiculous. Gee, thanks. That said, it does sound like the kind of thing you'd do. You haven't changed a bit, have you, Wright? So simple, to a fault even. Well, maybe, yeah, but I think you changed too much, Edgeworth. Perhaps. Hey, Edgeworth. Why'd you become a prosecutor anyway? You used to look up to your dad. You said you wanted to be a defense attorney, right? I couldn't let myself deny reality like you. What do you mean? My father was taken from me, and you want me to defend criminals? I'm sorry, Wright, but I'm not that good of a person. One suspect was apprehended in your father's murder, right? Yes, the man trapped in the elevator with my father. His name was Yanni Yogi. He had to be the shooter, any way you look at it. Yet he was found innocent. That defense attorney got him off the hook. That would be Robert Hammond. On that day 15 years ago? 3 of us were trapped in that elevator for 5 hours. We were rescued. We all suffered oxygen deprivation. I had lost all memory of the murder. Lost your memory? Even now, I can't recall what happened in that elevator. That was the crux of Yogi's attorney's argument in court. He claimed Yanni Yogi had not been of sound mind due to the oxygen deprivation. Yogi's released due to a lack of evidence. Innocent. That's when I changed my mind. I started to hate defense attorneys. What's your relationship with Von Karma? He's my teacher and a man who deserves respect. I learned everything I know of courtroom techniques from him. So he's like my sister was to you, Nick. He is a perfectionist in all things. In court, in his personal life, in the bedroom, he is obsessed with doing everything perfectly. Perfectly, huh? In all the cases he has taken on, none were left unsolved, and not one suspect was declared innocent, ever. But that's... I know. It's possible some of the suspects were indeed innocent. However, it is impossible for us to accurately determine that in every case. All Von Karma does is his job to find the guilty suspect, perfectly. In any case, it's nigh well impossible to find a weakness in him. Should a weakness appear, he would do everything in his power to make it go away. Edgeworth, if what you're saying is true, you're headed for a guilty sentence tomorrow. He's right! There's no time to praise the enemy, Mr. Edgeworth. It's a strange situation in which I find myself, I'll admit. No kidding. Ever seen a real-life attorney's badge? Sorry, I'm not sure I can help you with that. Ever heard about a parrot? Sorry, I'm not sure I can help you with that. How about a metal detector? You want a gun? You want a bullet? It was that case that changed my life. And tomorrow, November 28th, its statute of limitations run out. Tomorrow? Could that be a coincidence? But even if the case is finally closed on paper, it will never be erased from my memory. Never. Poor Mr. Edgeworth. Nick! No! That's a photo of his father. Don't show him that, but that's why I gotta show it to him. You're right. Now probably isn't a good time to dredge up those memories. What is it? Nothing. Huh? Alright, see ya, edgy boy. Hey, pal, long time no see. Oh, Detective Gumshoe. Close one today, eh? Got so worked up I snapped my tie in half. Sorry about that. No problem, pal. Thanks to you, we know who really did it. You mean the boat shop caretaker? Look, I'll make you a promise. I'll have that scoundrel in my custody by trial time tomorrow. Come what may, it's my duty to you as a police officer. And I'm off to catch me a criminal. Detective Gumshoe sure is active today. Oh, one other thing. No one can go into the woods today. The woods? Lotto was camping? The woods are off limits to camping, and apparently the park ranger found out. He got pretty mad. No one can go in for a while. I mean, come on, they had a sign up and everything. I guess Lotta's in a lot of trouble. Alright, Maya, you should have been executed in Chapter 2 for that pun. Retroactively. Anyway, I'll be seeing you tomorrow. Alright. Sign says Gourd Lake. Place is full of families picnicking, but no waterfall. Not many people. We've already said that. You can't just repeat the same thing and tell me it's not new. Huh? The steel eyesore is missing. Eyesore? Looks like the hot dog stand is closed too. Hot dog! I guess Larry's too busy worrying about Mr. Edgeworth to show up for work. An old caretaker got away. Yep. Never imagined he might be the real murderer. Him? I know that clearing of the throat everywhere. Hello. What might you be doing here? Out for a walk, hmm? The days of our youth, like the scent of fresh lemon, you see. Mr. Grossberg, this is no time for idle reminiscing. Mr. Edgeworth's trial ends tomorrow. That is true, yes. But from what I saw of today's trial, Edgy Boy should be fine, right? Well, I'm not so sure about that. Ho-ho! What do you mean by that? Well, I'm not sure. Yes, I guess that is what you said. If you find anything out, come by my office at once. I may be able to offer you some assistance. Thanks. Bye. What do you think Mr. Grossberg was doing here anyway? Who knows? Take me in. Activate the safe. Look at this idiot. He left his apples behind. Stupid fool. Now they're all mine. Nobody's home. So I guess you have to wonder, like, is the whole, like, him not remembering thing, I guess that's an act? Like, he maybe didn't actually suffer brain damage, and they were able to just, like, I don't know. I guess you got to wonder, because, I mean, if he knew enough to kill Hammond, and then create this whole elaborate, like, framing of Edgeworth, he must still have all his faculties, mentally speaking. Hey, it's Polly! I wonder where your owner's going, Polly. Hello, hello, squawk! I can't believe he'd run off and leave his poor parrot to fend for herself. Okay. That reminds me, Nick. Polly here knows the number to the safe. Yeah, 1228. I remember. Polly, what's the number to the safe? 1228. I told you. Let's open it, Nick. Come on. I'm sure there isn't any money in there. Aww. But hey, he keeps it locked, right? So there must be something of value in there. I'm not sure. Okay, Nick, let's see what's in there. Guess there might be a clue or two. The only thing in here is a letter. A letter? Oh, boring. There's no name or signature on this thing. It's handwritten in a very clear, precise letters. Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth. Or maybe, I guess maybe he does have memory issues, and that's why he has to like, refresh his memory. But I guess otherwise, other than the memory, he must still all be there. How would Mr. Edgeworth's name be on here? How should I know? I'm gonna read the whole thing. Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth. And also says, this is your last chance. Now is the time to get revenge on the two men who ruined your life. Okay. So that must mean that he thinks he's innocent. And instead, he thinks that Edgeworth and his dad are to blame? How to kill Robert Hammond and frame Edgeworth. Calling Edgeworth out to the lake, getting on the boat, firing twice. This is exactly what I figured out today in court. It's all here, in perfect detail. What do you think it means, Nick? I don't know, but it looks like these are instructions for that caretaker. When he killed Robert Hammond and called out Edgeworth, he was following instructions. But who could have written that letter? I mean, I was assuming it was himself, but I guess it could have been someone else could have written it for him. And what does it mean to get revenge on Miles Edgeworth? Look, I don't know, okay? But one thing's for certain. This letter's an amazing clue. Okay. Nothing left. I wonder why the caretaker didn't take the letter with him. I mean, I guess he could have forgotten about it. If he does actually have memory issues. Maybe I should take care of Polly, Nick. You probably shouldn't just kidnap her. The police know about her anyway. I'm sure they'll do something. Okay. Sorry, Polly. He says I can't take you. Great, now the bird's gonna hate me. He couldn't join the club. Everything's cold. Looks like he didn't turn his heater on. I'm guessing he hasn't been back here since the trial. Can we fish him out the lake? That fishing pole is expensive. Yoink! Maybe we should bring it to Detective Gumshoe. Don't you think the caretaker would mind? Well, we can't just leave the metal... We can leave him the metal detector in exchange. Maybe we'd better not. It doesn't look like he used his kitchen much. You're right. Guess the whole pasta restaurant thing was a lie. What you thought he was telling the... Wait, you thought he was telling the truth? Okay. I guess we want to go back and talk to, Grossy Boy? That's the wrong way. Menu navigating simulator has defeated me once again. We have to go back to the law offices. 1 day left, Nick. Yeah, I know. Well, no time to waste. Let's get going. I don't know why it only lets you go to Ghostburg from the detention center and the law office. I guess maybe, like, that they're, like, not connected or something to the other place. I don't know. What the hell, buddy? Okay, I guess let's go talk to Edgeworth. Edgeworth, see this letter? This came out of the safe in the shack where the boat rental caretaker lives. I keep wanting to say retail for some reason. I see. Revenge? On me? Who is this old guy anyway? I don't know. Could he be an innocent defendant you got declared guilty or something? Nice, right, but I don't remember. That old man, not at all. So he was following this letter then, which means there was someone else behind it. Now is the time to get revenge on the two men who ruined your life. Two men, meaning myself and Robert Hammond? It also says this is your last chance. Yeah, I guess I was thinking for some reason Miles and his dad, but Hammond would make more sense. Maybe he's talking about the statute of limitations on the DL6 incident? Wait, that old man. What is it? Do you know who he is? Yogi. Could he be Yogi? Yogi Bear? No way! The suspect in the DL6 incident, the one who was found innocent. Okay, so I mean, I kind of already assumed he was Yanni Yogi. Yanni Yogi was a court bailiff at the time. Just happened to be in the elevator together 15 years ago. Okay. So I guess that would explain maybe why he had a gun on him. Because that's kind of the thing I was wondering about the gun angle. Like, how could anyone have been shot? The quake was incredibly strong. Before I knew it, everything was dark. We were there for so long it felt like forever. The air thinned and the darkness closed in on us in that little box. So I guess like maybe because it was so dark and their oxygen deprived, the gun went off by accident? And that's why he feels like he's innocent? Help! I can't breathe! Quiet, I said quiet. You're not making this any easier. I want to get out! Help! Help us out! Yeah, because he seems like he's panicked, so I could see like it maybe accidentally going off. We'll just use up more oxygen. That's all I remember. When I came to, I was in a hospital bed staring up at the ceiling. In court, Yanni Yogi's mental condition was called into question. They claimed the oxygen deprivation and stress had caused temporary insanity. In the end, the claim passed the court and Yogi was found innocent. Huh, but isn't that strange? This letter tells him to get revenge on Edgeworth. Why would he want to take revenge on you? And then also, I mean, he was found innocent, so it's not like he went to prison or something for a crime that he didn't think he committed. Right? Yeah? Something that's been troubling me these last few days. I didn't know whether or not I should tell you. You mean the nightmare? We remember. That was the beginning of this video. I think the time has come to tell all. Alright, tell us. For the last 15 years, I've had the same dream almost every night. I wake up in a fearful sweat every time. What kind of dream? It's a dream about my father's killing, in the dark. Help! I can't breathe! Quiet, I said quiet. You're not making this any easier. I want to get out! Help! Help us out! Don't shout, you just use up more oxygen. I can't breathe. You're using up my air. What? Stop breathing my air. I'll stop you. What? What are you? Stop breathing my air! No, Father! He's attacking Father. Then I see the pistol lying by my feet. I don't know if it was evidence from that day in court of the bailiffs. In a daze, I pick up the pistol. Get away! Get away from my father! But he throws the gun and it goes off. That scream, I wake. So I'm guessing the implication is probably that that's not a dream, that's actually what happened. So that would mean that he may have accidentally killed his own dad. It wasn't actually the Yogi guy. A bone-chilling scream. A scream that has rung in my ears for the past 15 years. But that's just a dream, right? Right? That thought is the only thing that has kept me sane for the last 15 years. What if I'm wrong? If it's real? They say that sometimes people shut out memories in self-defense. Maybe it was I who killed my father. What? If you think about it that way, this letter makes sense. Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth? Think about it. Yogi was really innocent. That's why he wanted revenge against me. Wait, Edgeworth, you mean... It was me. I was the true criminal DL6. I shot my father. This is bad. What are we going to do, Nick? What can we do? I don't know. I don't think there's anything we can do, like it or not. I mean, there still is also... We still haven't revisited the psychic angle of DL6 and everything that I assume has to be important. Like, I mean, we've never used the Misty Fae thing, for instance. Like, and the fact that we still have it must mean that eventually we have to revisit the Fae family's involvement in this case. Because, I mean, using her spirit powers, which even, I guess, for the sake of the game, since the game has proved that the spirit powers are real, we have to believe that she was telling the truth, and that she was able to figure out that Yogi was the killer, or at the very least, Edgeworth's father. I guess she probably contacted Edgeworth's father's spirit, and then I guess he could have been covering for his son, or maybe Yogi did actually kill him. I don't know. There's someone else who knows a lot about the DL6 incident. Maybe... There it is, Nick! There's someone else who knows about DL6. Is he finally back? Mr. Grossberg! Ah, hello there! What's wrong? You look troubled. No kidding, I can't believe you're not. Just calm down and tell me what's happened, hmm? It's Mr. Edgeworth. He... I see. So Edgeworth dreamt he shot his own father. So I was like, Grossberg maybe the prosecuting attorney in the case or something? Is that why he knows so much about it? It's only a dream. Only a dream. I wonder. What? If that's the case, then why do you two look so troubled, hmm? Well... Also, consider this. Yogi quite certainly holds a deep grudge against Miles Edgeworth. So deep he'd want to frame him for murder. This leads me to surmise that Edgeworth's dream was not a dream. It was real, as you imagined. Miles Edgeworth threw the pistol to save his father. The pistol fired, and the deed was done. No. I don't believe it. Yogi was suspected of murder, and his career as a bailiff was irrevocably wrecked. Okay, so that's, I guess it would hurt his career. Thus he sought revenge on Miles Edgeworth. This was his last chance, of course, with the statute of limitations so close. Why does that matter? I don't really get why the statute of... I mean, I can get why the statute of limitations would make Edgeworth want to do something, but... Actually, no, it doesn't. Like, the statute of limitations doesn't seem important here at all, actually. Because, I mean, this is like a new separate crime. And, you know, framing Edgeworth for murder isn't gonna somehow reveal that he was actually innocent in the DL6 case. Plus, he was already legally proven innocent, so... I don't really get that whole angle. What do you know about Edgeworth's father? He was a defense attorney without peer. It sounds trite, but it's true. Well, he may have had one peer now that I think about it. Your mentor, Mia Fey. My sister? Gregory Edgeworth was very disapproving of Mr. Von Karma's techniques. That's no surprise. Von Karma is an extreme man. Forged testimonies and evidence are nothing to him. The result, he has a perfect win record in court. To beat him, Gregory Edgeworth tried to call attention to his methods. Oh, so even he couldn't beat him. He lost, and died in despair, as it were. I see. When Gregory Edgeworth was killed, the police called a spirit medium. That was your mother, Misty Fae. I am Gregory Edgeworth, and I have been killed. We're not gonna do that the whole time. The one who shot me was the bailiff, Yanni Yogi. Yet Yogi was found innocent. That's when my mother left us. Everyone called her a fraud. That's right, everyone thought she was, you see. Yet, now that I think about it, It seems the one who lied was Gregory Edgeworth's ghost. Gregory Edgeworth must have known who shot him. I don't believe it. So you're saying he falsified his testimony? That Edgeworth's dad lied to protect his son? It's only a possibility, mind you. But a possibility nonetheless. Seems a little weird. Ah, she was a beautiful woman. I'm truly sorry about what I did. Huh? Sorry about what? I think I'll stay out of this one. I'm guessing he must have had, like, been part of the prosecution, maybe. Quite sorry. I have nothing to say concerning that. Oh-ho, so this is a letter. It does seem that Yogi was following this letter when he killed Hammond. But why kill Robert Hammond? Hammond was a skilled defense attorney, but he defended clients not for their sake, but for his own. His own sake? He never trusted his clients, that one. The only thing he trusted was his own ability. But he got his client found innocent, so why should it matter? Actually, my dear, it's quite different. He won that innocent verdict for no one but himself. Yogi was a free man, but socially he was ruined. Yeah, because I guess technically the case was thrown out. He wasn't really acquitted. He was acquitted on the grounds that, like, yeah, he did it, but he can't be held legally responsible for it. So that must be why he wanted to get revenge. You'll understand soon enough. Wait, what is it? This letter. I've seen this handwriting somewhere before. A long time ago. Whose handwriting was this? Do you have any idea who wrote this? I mean, I assume it was Yanni. Maybe it was Yanni? Yanni Yogi. You claim he wrote himself this letter, then followed his own instructions? Yeah, I guess that would be what happened. Harumph! Perhaps you think Mr. Yogi has a split personality? I think that's definitely a possibility, yes, but memory. No, I think not. I do not know this Yogi in any case. There's no way I would recognize his handwriting. Right. I'll ask you again. I mean, I guess Karma? Could it be Karma? Von Karma? Why would he have something to do with this? I don't know. It's not Edgeworth, I wouldn't think. I mean, shouldn't his... A, why would he write that letter? And B, his handwriting would be so different? Von Karma. Von Karma. Whoa, wait. You're right, my boy. This is Von Karma's handwriting, I'm sure of it. I used to see it all the time on court reports. What? But that means... The one who told Mr. Yogi to kill was... Correct. Manfred Von Karma himself. What does this mean, then? Why would Von Karma want to frame Edgeworth? That is weird. Gregory Edgeworth. He was a gifted man. His death was truly a loss. I wonder what would have become of Von Karma were he alive. This incident took place 15 years ago tomorrow. So tomorrow we'll see the completion of not one but 2 trials. All thanks to the statute of limitations. However, I'm afraid the damage the DL6 incident has done will never be erased. If it truly was Von Karma who wrote this letter, then he would know the truth. He would know that Miles Edgeworth had accidentally killed his own father. He'll say as much tomorrow in court, I should think. He'll press the point until the court finds Miles Edgeworth guilty. Oh no. But how could Von Karma know about Mr. Edgeworth's past like that? Even Mr. Edgeworth thought it was just a nightmare. So, okay. If he always wants to find suspects guilty, and maybe he was able to figure out, maybe Edgeworth confided in Karma because he's his mentor, he figured it out somehow. He sees that Yogi having been convicted as a failing of the court, and he wants to get back and prove that Edgeworth did that original murder. I guess that's maybe his reasoning, is that it's like an ideological thing. I do know that Von Karma is both persistent and a perfectionist. He may be seeking to satisfy a grudge against Gregory Edgeworth by hurting his son. That's also true. What do you mean? It was 15 years ago. Von Karma met Gregory Edgeworth in court, and Von Karma did win, but he didn't make it through the trial unscarred. Okay, so he was the prosecutor. Why do you know so much about this then? What happened in the trial between Edgeworth's dad and Von Karma? Oh, wait, no, because Edgeworth, yeah. He still could have been the prosecuting attorney for the Edgeworth's dad's case. But I guess they must have been at court for like a separate trial before, on this day that he died. Von Karma got the guilty verdict he wanted. He won the trial. But Gregory Edgeworth accused Von Karma of faulty evidence. And though he lost the trial, Mr. Edgeworth's accusations stood. Faulty evidence? It was the only penalty Von Karma has ever received in his career as a prosecutor. Gregory Edgeworth dealt a blow to his perfect trial record. Wow. It must have been quite a shock for Von Karma. He took a vacation for several months after that, you see. A vacation? Yes, an unusual event for the man. That was the first and last vacation he's taken in his many years of prosecuting. Really? He doesn't take vacations? Like, go to the sea or the mountains? Don't tell me he's never been to Europe! You have strange ideas about vacations, Maya. In any case, that was the only time he took a vacation from work. I believe the penalty upset him quite a lot. Odd, if he wanted to keep a perfect record so badly, why would he take such a long vacation? What do we do, Nick? Von Karma is going to bring up DL6, you can bet on it. What if Mr. Edgeworth pleads guilty to DL6? I won't let him. Yes, Mr. Wright. I hate to say this, so I guess that's maybe why the statute of limitations is important, is because he wants to get him convicted for DL6. Not necessarily, like, maybe he doesn't care as much about this case, like this murder, but he just wants to rectify a mistake made in the past and also get back at Gregory. I know that. I just believe in Edgeworth's innocence. Also, I mean, come on. It's an accidental murder done by a kid. Like, he wouldn't really serve any time, I wouldn't think. I don't really know how that would work. Because, I mean, you can't realistically try him as an adult if he was, like, 9 when the murder happened. Even if he is an adult now when it's being re-brought up. I don't know how exactly that would work legally speaking. I can't believe he'd kill someone. But Nick, Mr. Edgeworth admits it himself. His father must have lied to protect him from beyond the grave. I don't care. I know he's not guilty. Mr. Wright, if you say so, I suppose I could go check again. Police files might hold something of interest. Mr. Grossberg, thank you. I can't promise anything. In fact, I think the chances of finding something are slim. I understand. Police materials, Alright, I think we're gonna stop here because I gotta take a break. Getting vocal fatigue after recording these last 2 videos back to back. In the next video, we will go back to the police station and see if we can get some files, and then probably start the climax of the trial. I'm Extra Cheesy 87. Stay tuned for the next part. And bye, guys.